A contentious boundary fight pits neighbors against each other in Warren. One of them is a state senator. The family next door claims he's taking their land, but the law could be on the senator's side, even if the property wasn't originally his.
The I-Team's Brian Crandall digs deeper on two sides digging in.
Maybe fences, or a row of trees in this case, do not make for good neighbors.
There's been nothing but hostility.
It's always been my property.
A boundary battle has been brewing in this quiet Warren neighborhood for a year and a half. On one side, Michael and Cassie Patriarca.
A lot of sleepless nights, a lot of stress, and a lot of money. And it's been terrible, honestly.
They bought their house in 2022 with the intention of building an addition on the left side. That would mean tearing down these trees, which they believe are on their property.
Survey found that our property line extended 14 feet past those bushes. Those trees were on our property.
But on the other side of the trees is Walter Felag and his wife Elaine, who say the trees are theirs and mark the boundary line. They sued to stop the Patriarchas.
It's my property. I've maintained that property for over 40 years.
Felag has been a state senator for 25 years and was on the Warren Town Council for 20 years before that. The Felags planted the trees in the 1980s, right next to the neighbor's driveway.
When you put the trees in, did you know that that was not your property?
I knew it was my property because the owner adjacent to me and I agreed that that was the property line. So ever since, it's always been my property. We never knew it wasn't my property.
Right, except they did a survey, and the survey shows that their property goes beyond the trees into where your grass is.
Well, that's the boundary of acquiescence.
That's the legal principle Felag is using, boundary of acquiescence, or adverse possession. A long acknowledged boundary marker, like a fence or trees, becomes the recognized boundary.
I'd never heard of it.
The area in dispute would be more than 10% of the Patriarcha's property.
1,200 square feet of our property.
Which is his property.
Which is now going to be his property.
I checked town documents and asked officials, but there's nothing on record noting a change in the property line.
No way of knowing. No way of knowing.
Town maps show the Patriarcha's property is 100 feet across the front. So we started measuring at the other neighbor's driveway. Our rough measurement shows it's about 90 feet to the trees, and 100 feet is about here, what the Patriarchas say should be theirs.
Do you at all sympathize or understand their point that when they bought the property, their impression is the boundary line, and through survey and town records, is on this side of the trees, and they had no knowledge, and there's nothing in writing to say that the boundary line is moved?
What evidence did they have there? The trees have always been there. The hemlocks have been there for 40 years. That's been the existing marker.
Right now, the laws are on his side, are in his favor.
Since no boundary change has been filed at Town Hall, it appears the Patriarchas are paying the taxes on the disputed area.
It's killing me. It's killing me. And they have never paid for this strip of property. They just think they should have it.
The Felag's initial court complaint actually does claim they've been paying taxes on the land. But when I asked the senator...
But they pay taxes based on the property size that includes the trees and this sliver of 1,100 feet.
I don't deny that. I really know. We're talking, again, 1,100 square feet. What's the tax differential? Not much.
Indeed, the Warren tax assessor calculated the difference for me at only $5 and change for this year. Meanwhile, the Patriarchas were found in contempt of a court order not to cut or trim the trees after they sliced off branches on their side.
We misunderstood that. We cut our side back to gain access to our driveway.
The Patriarchas have changed their building plans, changes they say cost them tens of thousands more than they were going to spend. And they say the legal action means they cannot sell or refinance the home.
We can't do anything until this is resolved, and it's going to take years.
The scary part is that it can happen to anyone.
I just hope that through all of this, other people can gain awareness for this law, and I'm hoping someone will make changes to it. I mean, for this to happen to a family, financially, emotionally, I don't know how we're going to come back from it.
No matter what happens with the trees, it appears there will long be a barrier between the neighbors. Brian Crandall, NBC 10 News.